Liking the game pretty well. How you doing tonight? Well, I appreciate you stopping in. I mean, I've been playing it for a couple of days. Figured out a way to get around the crashing, heading to Vaeroy, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, you get close to the island and it's going to crash. So I found a way around it. Pros of the game. I mean, you can upgrade your boats if you like that kind of stuff. It's a bit grindy, but there are ways to make really good money if you want to. Kind of just depends. I mean, it needs optimization, of course, but it is early access. Let's see. Cons, I mean, so this is an upgraded boat. We're doing 13 knots. It's going to take us a while to get to the island, and it's like probably just over an hour of IRL time to get there. Grindy games are great. I love them. I mean, if it was an easy game, there's no satisfaction when you get to the end. So making you work for it, awesome. Longevity in the game, right? So some of the bad things about the game right now is if you start a mission, you're going to deliver supplies, for instance, you save your game, you quit, you come back, all of your cargo is gone and you're no longer doing the mission. So you have to complete the mission before you can save and leave the game. Yeah. If I pull up the map, I'm completely zoomed out, but yeah, we're heading up to Vaeroy. And the little trick is to go to the fish habitat, shoot up, and you won't crash, because if you do a straight line, you end up crashing right in here somewhere, where the mouse is. Right about there, you get to the islands, and it starts to crash, and then you're just stuck in a loop, so they said that they fixed some things, but I don't trust it yet. You basically start down here in Rost, and you cruise out, and yeah, it takes a little bit of time. So if you're playing the game, throw on some music, throw on a podcast, watch a fellow streamer, something like that, you know. Something to pass the time while you're cruising. You can pretty much set it and forget it. The boat's just going to drive itself. Yeah, thanks for stopping in and hanging out. This is actually my first stream on YouTube. I'm dual streaming. I figured out how to do that, so I'm on Twitch and I'm on YouTube at the same time. So this is kind of new and different territory. But they've been cranking out patches pretty good. I think I saw at least one today, maybe two. One where they're supposed to fix the crashing and some other optimization type fixes. I know they did something that has to do with medium cargo, and fixing some things with some of the boats. So, other kinds of games I like to play. Most of the games I like to play are going to be simulator type games. For some reason they do pretty well compared to other games. I want to say about 2 months ago I did a playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars game. And not a lot of people like that, weren't really into it. So games like Gold Mining Simulator, I'll play that. Farm Simulator, Car Mechanic Simulator, My Garage. Ships at Sea. Simulators in general. Right. I like simulator games as long as they don't go to like the extreme. There's a game called Wrench. It's a mechanic style simulator, but it's to the extreme that you have to pull every bolt off. You lose the bolt, like you can kick your parts around and lose them, and it's too much simulator and not enough arcade fun. My PC setup is pretty simple, really. It's an HP Victus 15. I don't know the exact serial thing on it, but it's a Walmart computer basically, and I upgraded it to make it work for what I needed. Hang on a moment. Let me see if I can find my specs. Processor's an AMD Ryzen 5 56G. I upgraded the graphics card to an RX 6600 XT Mech 2X 8G overclocked with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabyte SSD. I mean, I would think so. My settings, some of them are set to ultra, some of them are set to high, a lot of it's set to medium, and even still the game doesn't look too bad. But like I said, there is some optimization that's still needed. If you're running any kind of Nvidia, the game was basically built with Nvidia in mind, so the fact that I'm AMD, I'm going to have a few more problems than somebody with Nvidia. Yeah, so this is the first YouTube stream. And Twitch, I pretty much do Twitch almost every day. Some days I'll take 2-3 days off, but most of the time I try to at least put out a couple hour stream, something like that. Right now I'm doing a couple of challenges. Car Mechanic Simulator 21. There's a weekly car build challenge. I did that today for about 4 hours. And then me and another streamer on Twitch are trying to make it to 10 million credits before June 6th. June 6th is the next gold mining simulator leaderboard, and I compete in that. The last 2 leaderboards I placed at top 5 finish on not DLC, but this season I'm going to try to do some DLC and see where I line up on that. I appreciate that. Thank you for the subscription. I don't really have any kind of alerts going on yet. Still getting the hang of things, so, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. Yep, that's it. Gold Rush. So the Gold Rush game was originally developed with Discovery, and then I want to say about a month and a half ago they had to do a rebranding and get rid of everything from Gold Rush, so they called it Gold Mining Simulator. So it's the same exact game, different name, different developers, and they're continuing to develop the game. So yep, same game. Yeah. No, I mean, it can be confusing, depending on what you're going with. Leaderboards for me, I watched a lot of YouTube videos to get the hang of it. And then after playing it for a while, I think I'm about 600 hours in it, but developed my own little strategies to it, and can pretty much get from gold pan to running an entire wash plant in about 5 hours. I'm thinking about putting a video out on how I do that progression, so that way other people that want to do leaderboards competitive, they can see the strategy and figure out their own kind of strategy or what works for them. Alright, there's a lot of them out there. I just know that they're older tutorials, so bringing it up, yeah. As for the show, I watched the show many moons ago, lots of years ago. Completely lost track of what's going on with that show. But I like to dig up dirt and drive tractors, so. Don't give away all the tips for success. I mean, part of success is being efficient, so it's going to take practice. So even if I give the tips, most of it's already out there. But there's certain things that, not everybody's going to know how to do. I'll tell you how to get started, but I'm not going to tell you how to get finished. There's different ways of finishing it, kind of thing. Like, you can get the plant set up, but how are you going to dig, or how are you going to transport the gold to the machine? Yeah, there's plenty of steps. Yeah, how's it going? This game is pretty fun. I mean, just real chill, laid back. I mean, now is a great time if you have the money. It's discounted 10% off, so like for $23, I'm pretty sure you can get 23 hours of entertainment out of it. It's early access, so it's going to keep getting updated. It's going to see some more things come out in the future. They're already talking about other boats that need to be added. It's multiplayer right now, like a co-op thing. They're going to develop companies or businesses to where you and your friends can all be on the same boat. So if the boat's big enough, you guys can all, 4 of you, ride around on the boat together. Yeah, I've heard that with the multiplayer. A lot of people are having some issues. I mean, where I'm driving now, trying to get to that island, you get kicked out and dropped. So, but it's this company or the developers, it's their first time doing a game with multiplayer, so. Others see some. I played the same company that put this game out. They did Fishing Berents Sea and Fishing North Atlantic, and I liked both of those games. I'm not sure if they talked about cross-platform yet. I know that any kind of platform releases for this game, we're looking at like 2026. That's the only number I've seen so far in the Discord, talking with other people, and I think they have a frequently asked questions section as well. Yeah, Fishing North Atlantic was cool, and I could see it getting old or burnt out. I think it would have been cool if they did like some kind of a leaderboard thing. Doesn't even have to be multiplayer, just like Gold Mining Simulator or Gold Rush. They have leaderboard competitions where you try to get as much gold within the leaderboard season, which is about 30 to 31 days, or in-game season. So basically there's 37 days in an in-game season, and each day lasts, so many hours. But if they did something like that with the fishing games, to where you could compete against other people with the game to try to bring in the most cod, the most crab, the most lobster, and if there was some kind of a prize, like special skins for the boats, so that way you could paint them a certain way. That would have been kind of cool. I think it would have extended the life of the game, maybe. Yeah, add some incentive, something to do, keep players interested in the game. I don't know if they're mod supported or not. I never really got into it. The only copies of the games I have are actually for consoles, so good luck with any kind of modding. But I know a lot of people preferred the Berents Seas over North Atlantic, but North Atlantic I preferred just because it was newer, more graphics, more boats, and it was closer to my geographical area. Right. That's what I mean. Some people really loved it. And I played them both. I can't remember which one had the Scallops DLC. I think that was probably the first one. That was a lot of fun. Crabbing was okay, but I never really got that far into it. But like this game takes place in Norway, basically off the coast somewhere. So a lot of Norwegian names. So what kind of sea simulators did you play, Boolin Full? Got boring, slow, bigger ship. That's what I heard was the biggest complaint. You could pretty much like crab out an entire area just doing like maybe 1 or 2 strings of pots, and then you had to find a whole new area because you would just decimate the crab population. That's okay, you don't have to get on there. I just thought maybe you had a couple of them off the top of your head. Maybe something I'd heard of. Yeah, crab extinction, that's pretty much it. Wipe them out with those crap pots. Yeah, Deadliest Catch game. There was actually a Deadliest Catch game, and it did not have good reviews at all. I have not played the Deadliest Catch Alaskan Storm. I was going to pick up Deadliest Catch, the game, and since I wasn't hearing good things about it, I really didn't want to invest money in something that I may not enjoy or get a refund on, you know. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It did not keep going very long. Game that came out like 15 years ago. I mean, there was a lot of great games that came out in the early 2000s to, 2010 era. And then it seems like a lot of games just got boring, went towards the battle royale, COD zombies, stuff like that, and creativity kind of went out the window. Yeah, it sucks when like developers abandon games like that. I mean, I'm most familiar with Gold Rush or Gold Mining Simulator now. Like they went through, I think, 4 development teams. The original one made the game; they did great, and then Discovery's like, "Hey, you're going to create a game called Diesel Brothers," and they moved everybody off of it. And that team went, "No, we were hired to make Gold Rush." They quit. They brought in another team. They kind of struggled, had to learn the code, had to learn how the game ran. Kind of put some stuff together for DLC, stuff like that. And then they ended up quitting. The third team came in and did absolutely nothing. They just kept running leaderboards, kind of put out a skin every once in a while, but never released DLC or anything for the game. Allowed a lot of cheating to happen, things like that. But this new development team, they all came in December, and they released one of the DLCs that's, I guess, already been developed for the past, 3 years. They just never released it because Discovery and all that. But, I mean, if you're going to abandon a game, at least allow mod support. Let the community carry the game. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if developers really can't do much or don't know what to do with their game and allow the modders to come in and fix the problems, the bugs, put out quality of life mods, that's awesome. But if devs are not going to allow that, then devs need to stay on top of updating the game and just making sure that the community, stay in touch with the community, find out what the community wants, communicate with the community. You could get so much help from them. And the thing is with the whole modding thing, if it's like a single player game and there's no competitive ladder, leaderboard, or anything like that, then why worry about it, if it's a multiplayer game with the possibility of giving people an edge by modding it, then sure, but single player game with no competitive leaderboard or ladder, don't worry about it. Let them free. Alright, Stranzer, thanks for stopping in. Catch you in a bit. Yeah, Fishing North Atlantic, that's what we were talking about. This game is made by the same developers that made that game. So there's actually, I think the first boat you start with, or a boat that you can get in Fishing North Atlantic, is called the Flippy. And it's like the fishing boat that you can buy in here for, I think, $100,000. So they're reusing models and boats from their other games into this one, so that's kind of cool. But they've opened it up to being more than just a fishing game. You could do fishing. They've got fish farming. But what I'm doing is deliveries. They've got service boats for firefighting. You can go out and go put a boat that's on fire out. And, they're going to add other boats later for leisure, so you can go whale watching and giving tours around the islands, things like that. So it doesn't have to be a fishing game. It's a boating game. Right. Well, I mean, it had a weird start. Um, Fishing North Atlantic, they like start you on a boat with a spear and you're spearing like swordfish or something. It's kind of weird. Right. Well, I mean, like it was a small tutorial. Like here, get the boat, go out. You know, it's real easy. They show you a big group of fish. You go spike the fish with the spear. You go sell the fish, and after that, they're like, okay, you're on your own. Have fun. And it gets crazy because now they're like, oh, go look for a group of seagulls flying around and drive your boat that way. And then while you're driving, jump off the helm, run around to the front of your boat, get ready to spike more. And maybe I didn't want to do that. Maybe I just wanted to go put long lines out and catch cod. But yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of times I will learn to play a game through YouTube videos more than I will from a tutorial in a game. It's like Gold Rush. Their tutorial sucks. It was broken. Like you get to a certain point and it just breaks. So you can't even complete the tutorial. So right, you know, they kind of forced it in there, and I think it was their idea of introducing a new fishing mechanic, and they were proud of it, and that's why it was like front and center. But everybody in the previous game, Fishing Berents Sea, used nets or long lines or, you know, trawler nets. Like, we weren't really spear fishermen. So but like this one, they do jigging, and this one is the thing. So you start off, you can get in your little rowboat, and in the tutorial they have you catch 3 fish using a jig, and basically it's like a pronged stick, almost like a forked stick with the line wrapped around the prongs, and you just jig your little lure and catch them, and there you go. Yeah, no, because like the game starts you off in the tutorial. You're in a rowboat, and they have you deliver a package basically across the channel, and then you go back, and then the next thing's like go buy some tools so you can go repair the buoy light. So you go repair the buoy light, and then it's like, okay, now here's the other thing is to go fishing, and they teach you how to fish. So it basically teaches you the 3 things, the 3 different branches that you can go into in this game. There's also a skill tree to help you out with that kind of stuff. I think it's kind of broken right now, so I haven't even done anything, saving my skill points, but yeah. And yeah, I agree with you, doing the same thing as I watch other people stream, find out if the game is something that's up my alley. Like, I hate bait and switch. I don't like when people do that kind of stuff. So cool. YouTube did a thing. Yeah, the jigging thing kind of confused me, so. Right. Yeah, this game was originally supposed to be released in May. Well, May 9th, early May. But they pushed it back to update some graphics type stuff and to make the optimization run a little bit better. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, no, I'm constantly doing that kind of stuff, or you know, before I buy a game, you know, always want to make sure, because you're investing that money, and sure, $20 is not as much as 70 or 60, but sometimes you don't even have $20, you know. So if you're going to invest 20, you want to make sure you're going to get your money worth. Yeah, the cursor in the game is very, very light. So when I equipped the drill to pull the screws out of the buoy, like, I could not see where I was aiming. I just had to kind of guess, and when it lit up and said to unscrew, you hit the button, and that was it, you know. So there's a few things they need to work on. Just like in the other game, the more you travel, that levels up your boater license, which gives you access to other boats. Missions, I'm doing missions right now. Let's see, skill tree. A couple different skills. Some of it doesn't make sense because it's like this skill will be available during early access, but we're in early access and I don't have access, so hire crew members. More items in storage. So there's certain things that they are promising to the game that it kind of seems kind of cool. So like this skilled oiler, equipment will wear down 30% slower. I don't know what that means. I don't know if equipment wears out and you have to repair it or what, but I don't have access to it. Faster reeling for fishing. Right. So they are looking at adding a fast travel later in the game, is what I've heard. Fast travel would be nice. I guess the biggest thing with the fast travel is you wouldn't be able to fast travel during a mission unless it's well, you couldn't fast travel during like a delivery mission like what I'm doing. But like if I was going to just deliver there and be like, okay, I'm done, I just want to go back, I could fast travel from there back to my original port without doing the mission or getting any money or experience. And like you said, they do have shorter missions. So if we go back here, you start in Rost or Rost, and you could pick up stuff, and they have you like, the first mission is to take something out of the harbor here, and then you come over to the here, drop it off, and row back in a rowboat. Like, it's, you can get from here and here in a rowboat in about 5 minutes. But you can do a delivery from this Rost place to the K place to the L place to the other K place, and then back, and it might take you 10 minutes, and you would have made about 70,000 credits just this little bit here, which when you add that up, 10 minutes, 70k credits, compared to what I'm currently doing, which I'm going all the way from Rost all the way up to this Vaeroy. I'm only going to make like 125,000 credits, and it's going to take me a little over an hour to do. So I could make the same amount of money doing those 3 deliveries over and over for an hour straight. I would end up with like 600k. The rowboat, they start you off with enough money in the game to buy your first boat, which is this one. So you don't even have to use the rowboat if you don't want to, but in the tutorial they force you to use the rowboat. Right, right. So, like, you start owning the rowboat. Like on here, I've still got my boat, the Romeo. And yeah, it's just your starter deal, all that. And I don't even think you can sell it. But if you don't have insurance on your boat and your boat sinks, crashes, whatever, you're gone. You don't get any of your money back for your boat. It's kind of cutthroat. So you're stuck with your little boat, and you would have to do missions with the little boat to get enough money to buy another boat, or pay for insurance, things like that. They got some great names for some of the boats, like the Romeo. This one is I don't know, the Roster or Roaster. The next boat I'm going after is a flat boat, wider boat, called the Dr. Phil. So I plotted a course. I don't know if there's a way for me to hit like an autopilot button or anything. But no, I'll have to manually turn. I just do that so that way on the little map I can see I'm still going the right direction. Now in fishing North Atlantic, it's kind of like the fast travel. You can set your points like I have set. As long as you have the autopilot upgrade in your boat, you'll be able to go from point to point, and it skips time. It's basically fast travel. And it might work. I don't know, because every time I've tried to use it, I'm always hauling cargo, so... Yeah, autopilot with the time adjuster might make it too easy. You can rest in the game. Going back in, there's the clock. If you go over the clock, you can actually change it from night to day or day to night. I haven't messed with it. I've just been driving at night. It's not like I'm going to run into any other boats. Yeah, there's actually like different weather type things. Yesterday when I was playing, I was driving through snowstorms out here. You'll notice every once in a while the waves get a little choppier, the boat bounces. In the tutorial, the weather was kind of crazy, and I took the rowboat out trying to catch fish, and I was bouncing, and the fish were flying out of the water and then landing back in the water. It was crazy. I think a lot of it's going to come down to what time of year it is. So certain times of the year it's going to be stormier than others. Yeah, with the Nvidia card, I guess like the weather and the wave type technology has to do with some kind of Nvidia designed wave technology. So It's definitely better for Nvidia cards. I think they had the weather in both the Berents Sea and fishing North Atlantic. But a lot of people complained that the weather was too crazy, so they had to turn it all down and pretty much nerfed it to the point that everybody hates the weather now because there's like no risk to going out on your boat. Yeah, 3090 is a good card. You should have no problems handling this game then. I've got a couple other people that are trying to get me to play Out of Ore, which is another mining game, and basically what my card is equivalent to is like a 2070 Ti. So if I'm running this, you'll definitely have no issues if you get this game. That is correct. Rasher Wagon. Same name. I need to, I don't know, maybe it's in the description of the the stream. At the bottom it might say broadcast at and has my Twitch on there. But yeah, just twitch.tv Rasher Wagon. There you are. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. So now you have decisions on which application you want to watch. I'm very much a console player, so like I had to map this game to my Xbox controller. Otherwise, I just have trouble playing a lot of games if they don't have controller support. But went through Steam. So husband wants to know what DLCs to suggest for Gold Mining Simulator. He doesn't have any that you don't think. Well, I think there's only two of the DLCs. One is the Frankenstein DLC, and the other one is the mini DLC. Frankenstein DLC is going to give him access to better wash plants, and with better wash plants he gets more gold, things like that. He'll also get access to the Frankenstein, which is basically a giant conveyor belt, so less driving the truck, more toss stuff on there. So yeah, I would definitely get that one. The minis is hit and miss since it just came out. And with the minis right now, the mini wash plant is very much broken. It's broken good, but also broken bad. Because it's like $1,000 to buy it, but processes the dirt as if it was like a tier 3 or tier 3.5 wash plant. So a tier 3 wash plant is going to cost you over $100,000 to build and get it all set up, and you could basically have the same thing for only $1,000. So it's good that way, but broken bad in the aspect that you'll turn it on and half your fuel instantly be gone, or you turn it on and it continually runs, or it continues to run even after you turn it off, so then it's draining fuel, things like that. So they are working on fixing that one. It will be good, but watch for deals on it around leaderboard. So around June 6th, June 7th, check Steam for deals and discounts, because they tend to do discounts on the game and the DLCs when leaderboard hits. And no, there's no controller support. I went into Steam and remapped my controller, did a layout that way. What I could do is, once I play this enough to see how it's done and it has all the buttons, I can share my configuration, and then you could search for it on the Steam controller layouts for this game, and then you'd be able to do a similar setup. Ships at sea, I don't think it takes very much. I thought it was like 23 or 24 gigabytes. Let me triple check here. Hey, not a problem. You know, like I said, I really enjoy gold mining simulator as much as people like to hate on it, and they like the out of ore better, or some people even like that gold hunter game. But no, it's a fun, simple game. Yeah, it's about 25 gigabytes of space. Whoa! Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Didn't have to do that, but definitely very much appreciated. I don't know how long I didn't mess with the whole Twitch sub thing. Like, I've had was it Amazon Prime forever, and didn't even realize that I had a sub with it, and figured that out. So I don't think a lot of people really pay attention to that, but I do appreciate it. A Prime sub is still better than nothing. Lets me know that I'm doing something right. Yeah, exactly. Same here. It wasn't until I started streaming that I even really started paying attention to it. And I started streaming New Year's Eve of this past year, so December 31st going into January 1st. Thank you. I appreciate that. Many of my streams, they fluctuate on whether or not they're family friendly versus they kind of get vulgar and whatnot, depending on who I have hanging out. So during the leaderboards for the mining game, I have a couple of guys that hang out in Discord, and we talk about the game and compete and things like that. So you'll hear a lot of guy talk, a lot of vulgarities. So just be aware of that. Right now, since I'm kind of on my own and those guys live in Sweden and the UK, they're either sleeping or it's early morning for them, so they're not hanging out right now. Yeah, that tab guy, he's always on there, like constantly trying to catch me, so. Well, I just wanted to give you a heads up. They can be a handful. Yeah, the price on it being only like $22.49 compared to, I mean, that's US price, of course, but like I think it's about $40 or something like that. That North Atlantic game, so and for early access, you know, you're going to be getting more content, things like that. Yeah. I want to say it's about $34, 40, something like that. It might have been one of the versions I was looking at, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more expensive than this game. See that tab guy, he's hanging out watching to see if I'm bad mouthing the gold mining game. Gonna write me up and tell the developers about me bad mouthing them and explaining all the cheats and everything, you know. Holy cow. 1,000 biddies. That's crazy. I don't know what to say, but thank you. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, I'm getting all teary-eyed. Gonna make my cast iron pan rush. It's not okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, yeah, I know you cry like 10 minutes a day. You go in the bathroom, you scream it out, you cry. But you have to deal with the Discord people. But yes, Boo, I appreciate that so much. That's awesome. Another? Oh, man. You're going to make Rasher wife happy. Get to take her to dinner with my first payout. Very much appreciated. That's right. Let's go. Let's go. A Red Lobster shooter? I don't know where the nearest Red Lobster is to us. We live in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, I mean, they could charge more for the game. Because, I mean, they're going to be adding more ships. They're going to be adding ships from the other games into this. So yeah, at early access price of $25 or even $22, it's definitely a steal. Don't go putting yourself out there too much, Boulin. Don't want your hubby to be like, oh, take the credit card away. Besides, you got to spend some of that money on the DLC stuff, you know, for gold mining simulator. Thank you for the follow, Ace Spade 76. Yeah, that's the idea with the early access stuff, is get it at a lower entry level, and then later when it comes out they can raise the price on it as a completed game. And then with early access, I think that boost of income helps the developers continue to create things for the game, you know, that way the game doesn't just die off. Your husband's encouraging it. Well, well, thank you to you both. I very much appreciate it. You guys have been great. We're getting close. We're almost there. Waves are kind of choppy, bouncing around. Any word on a Discord server? For this game or what? So what I'm doing is I'm streaming at too high of a bit rate, and it's just bogging you down. My bad, my bad. Yeah, they do have a Discord. Let me see if I can grab that link for you real quick. Holy cow, another 1,000 biddies. You are crazy. Boodlinful, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So much. And another 500 just because. Holy cow. Holy cow. Well, I try to stream at a higher bit rate so that way it's a good quality image, but if Red Lobster, yeah. I turned it down some. It was at a higher rate, but I just want to make sure it's good quality for everybody, and I know on mobile it might bog it down some, so I can adjust. I dropped a link to the Discord for Ships at Sea, I believe. But yeah, Red Lobster. I don't know. Rasher wife might want Red Lobster. Tell her what's up. Be like, hey, Boulinful has been very, very generous this evening. Oh no, not the Happy Gilmores. Gonna have to add some more sound effects on here in my soundboard, you know. Well, you gotta mute one, you know. Yeah, not a problem there, Ace of Spades. A second Happy Gilmore, huh? I mean, I'm not the biggest Adam Sandler fan, but Happy Gilmore wasn't the worst movie. Makes it feel like I'm in a stadium. It's surround sound, right? Let's see. What are you running on your PC there, Stranzer? Yeah. I've been watching him on X, and yeah, he keeps bringing it up. Like, there's going to be a second one. He's all for it. And I thought I had read somewhere that it's been confirmed, but I don't usually talk pop culture a lot. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Let's see, we're almost to the drop point. Make sure I don't crash into the docks. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, it's a late night Rasher stream. You know, I figured we'll do some boating without Dan and the guys, because like I know Dan likes to watch other things in the background, and I don't want to get hit for YouTube copyright stuff when he's watching his YouTube stuff in the background, you know. SnowRunner. I enjoyed SnowRunner. I think I have like 2 of the season passes or something like that on the console. Haven't played it on PC though. Netflix confirmed it. There you go. Yeah, I like SnowRunner. I haven't made any content of it, but I know a lot of people keep talking about it, and they added like some kind of farming element, if I'm not mistaken. So I might have to check that out. You know, since I like farming simulator. So there you go. Yeah. So there's some new stuff I need to check out. I should stream it, hook up the Elgato and do my thing. Yeah, we're here. I just gotta try to park this boat. It's all good, Ryan. It's all good. Yeah, just chillax for a while. I know you just got done working those races. Nvidia Quarko 1200. Ooh, I don't know, man. I've never even heard of that card. Well, the thing is, like I know it says what the recommendation specs are and whatnot, and Twitch, or not Twitch, but Steam has the 2-hour limit, so if the game doesn't run well within 2 hours, you can get a full refund. So man, these waves. Oh no, the phone died. Okay, nice and easy. We don't want to crash this thing. Well, he's a good guy, sounds like. Nice enough to turn the TV on for you. Yeah, I'm not... It almost sounds like... Is that like an integrated graphics card that's built into like your processor? Or... I've never heard of that. I have to look it up. I usually do like benchmarks, so I compare it to like the minimum or whatever. Because I'd hate to see you, struggle to get the game to work and then it not work and then not be able to get the refund. So I want the game to work for you. Alright, we're here. I'm done fighting it. Get back on my boat. Deliver the stuff. Okay. But yeah, since husband is now watching, yep, thank you very much for being generous. I do appreciate it. Hello, hello. How are you doing, Rika? Or Rika, that's it. Yeah, Rika. How you doing? Yeah, it's weird how that happens. Like PC will be right on it, but then Xbox is slightly behind, or system is. Yeah, no, that's what I was explaining earlier to Bulin was you could do very short trips, like, you know, 0.02 or 0.03 and hit 3 different places all within that area and make over 75,000. This trip just took me a little over an hour and I only got 125,000. So a 10-minute trip getting 75,000, you know, you do that 6-7 times, and yeah, the XP though, that's the good stuff. So we jumped from level 4 to level 6 just from that, and I think on my return trip we'll be close enough to actually get the next level certification, which will unlock the next boats, which we'll go look at the boats real quick. I'm doing well, Ricka, very, very well. I got it to work on both sides. So I'm on YouTube and I'm on Twitch. Alright, we got some boats here. The next boat I want is this one right here. The Dr. Phil. It's a cargo boat, but it's a tier 2. It'll be 14.5 knots is what it says. So there are going to be upgrades and whatnot for it, so that'll be nice. The Flippy. The Flippy's a boat that's from previous games. I believe it's in I believe it's in the North Atlantic game, but that's the fishing boat that you can pick up. So doing long line, stuff like that. But yeah, riding the waves out there, crazy. The tier 2 boat right there, the Conquest. You can still carry light cargo, things like that. Then we start getting into service boats. So the service boats, right here we have the Fixer. This would be like a water cannon for putting out fires, things like that, but you could also still carry cargo, small cargo. And then the super expensive service boat here. Putting out more fires, things like that, carrying small cargo with 28 knots. So the trip that I just made, it would make in like half an hour, a little over that. So yeah, so many monies. They are having to balance the game, of course. That's still a thing. Okay, I gotta turn the thing on. Never used it. So like right now, I think there's a way that you could get very much monies, which is to do the fish farm. And the fish farm, I guess they were talking, you could earn something like 68 million in just a couple days. So lots and lots of monies. I've never done that. Never cleaned a boat. I just wanted to see if I could. What do you mean, what the? Yeah, Jeff Bezos type money. So if we look at the map here, zoom out. Neither have I. Remove these little things here so we can actually click on stuff. Okay. So these little things are fish farms. And you could buy them for like $500,000. But you haul your haul some fish out there, you haul the food out there, you raise them, you harvest them, and get big bucks. So I'm thinking when I upgrade to the Dr. Phil, I'll buy me one of those as well. I don't think Ninja's going to start streaming yet. He usually starts streaming 12 hours from now. Yeah, Bezos' children's money. That's like it's like Bezos' candy money, you know. Like you could dig in his couch cushions and it's there. All right, I did say we would go all the way up here and back, so I guess we should get some cargo and make the return trip, and then we'll call it a night. They need to mark the buildings better. So, like the office here is, yeah. Let's see. Stranzor, you're gonna hop off so that way you can go let this download. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in again. Yeah, he keeps $68 million in his watch pocket. Yeah, Ricka, yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, he's a nighttime streamer. He usually works during the day, gets off of work, relax a little bit, and then he'll do his streams. So, but yeah, there's like no markers to let you know. Okay, this is the office. Back in there is where the boats are. All right, Ryan. I'll catch you later, sir. Have a good night. You're working again tomorrow. The tackle shop. So this is where you get your tools and stuff for fishing, flashlights, binoculars, you know, things. This is also where you buy your fish for the fish farms. And you got to buy fish foods for your fishes. So, yeah. And then, I don't know, it might be. I'll go back and double check that real quick. Yeah, bait, things like that. Haven't messed with any of this stuff, but I'm sure it has to do with the long lines. Yeah, fishing nets. I'll have to play with that stuff. Right now we're just doing deliveries. And you're going go-karting. What do you mean my stream? When? When Indy goes? In like 12 hours? Because I'll probably be streaming when Indy does. I don't know. Do you guys have Milwaukee drills? It's probably more like a Ryobi or something like that. I don't know. Black & Decker. There we go. Boop. But yeah, you go to the office here, and this is where you get your different jobs and whatnot. What? He's got something against Black & Decker? I'll get a comment banned. No. None of that now. No Black & Peckers. That's okay. We're pretty rude and crude on here. Like I said, there's worse things that have been said. Let's see. So when you are loading your cargo into your boat, there's a mission where you have to like go pull trash bags out of the ocean, like somebody dumped it over. And when you place them in their boat, it's very important to try to get them as close to each other as you can, because if you're cruising and you don't have the ability to set it down because they lock into specific places, then you might crash your boat. Stuff I'm loading right now is just basic supplies. Basically the same thing I just hauled up here. I'm hauling back to Rost or whatever it's called. Alright. Now the hour or so trip back. So this time it's going to be a night trip because the sun's setting. Tomorrow for you. So Monday, I guess. Monday, Ricka, you're going to be go-karting. Sounds like fun. Right, Boolinful? It sounds like so much fun. I've never gone go-karting. I've gone and done bumper cars. I've done bumper boats, but never go-karts. Yep. Sunday in Norway, which I believe this game takes place in Norway. So these are all like Norwegian names and stuff. So I can't pronounce any of it. Let's see. I am in the States. Yes. I'm in the States. I'm on the West Coast. I am in Oregon. Oregon. Different pronunciations. Go back to Colorado. You know, my friend was back there. He worked doing, he drove buses for the tours and whatnot in the town of Vail, Colorado. So, he said rich people live there. But I think I have another friend that's in Grand Junction, and Ryan's actually from Colorado, so... Ryan that just left. Yeah, Vail is for the rich. He said that he had the cheapest car there, which was a 2004 Chevy Venture van. So he was cruising around in that, parking next to like Bentleys and stuff like that. So Jeeping, is that like off-roading, 4-buying? Right, right. I gotcha. I know what you mean. Because, yeah, for us up here, it's going mudding, off-roading. We can be rednecks. So, Ricka, did you see those names on the map? Look familiar? Do you live in those places? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So this is the boat game I was talking about with Indy playing, and if Indy decides to get it, we might be able to multiplayer with it, and I can go cruising with him and whatnot. Yeah, last time I went through Colorado, I took a Greyhound bus through Colorado on my way to Arkansas. We stopped in Denver, Colorado, and they put me on a bus, and that bus was smoking so bad just going through downtown Denver. Every time we'd hit a stoplight, just smoke would just surround the bus. We broke down in Kansas, so... Oh yeah, I hate big cities. I am very much a small town, rural, keep me in the country kind of guy. And now we got some lights on. Like here in Oregon, it sucks because we're known for basically one city, and that's Portland. And I hate Portland. Cannon Beach, there you go. There's plenty of good beaches over there on the coast. But yeah, Cannon, that's a good one. I have family that lives over on the coast, so we get to go over that way. Right, right. Well, at least he picked the good side, you know. Go to the Pacific Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean, nobody wants to hang out on that coast. Glad my stream elements likes to work randomly, dropping links and whatnot. Let's see, Rick, guess what I'm eating now? Ricka, are you eating mashed taters? And do I stream and am I a content creator? I mean, I stream and then I upload my VODs and sometimes I edit them, so I guess that makes me content creator as well. More beans! Lots of beans. Hey, Billy Bob. Yes, I got the game. I only got it because I saw that you had it. And then I got my controller all wired up and running, so... No. So I used to own my own shop. I was a mechanic. Turned wrench for a lot of years. Eventually decided I was just going to go be a manager at Lowe's, Home Depot, kind of home improvement stuff, and have some health issues. So I'm currently on disability, and I do this so that way I can stay busy. Billy Bob with the subscription. How you doing? Oh, Blue Linful. I didn't know that she did that. She's a sweetheart. She's been going crazy with these subs and dropping the biddies. Like, she's awesome. Yeah, some of these missions definitely take a while, huh, Billy Bob? Like the one I'm doing now, it's going to be about an hour before I get back to the other place. I don't have an OnlyFans yet, so I can't do that. Gonna have to settle for the wiki feeds. So sure there was an OnlyFans. Really wanted to see them, huh? Did you censor that, or was that something that was censored by the chat? Yep, Ricka, you're the only one hanging out on the YouTube side, but that's okay. This is my first YouTube stream as well. Oh, you're fine on the whole censored thing. I'm pretty much pro free speech as long as you don't get too crazy with the slurs and whatnots. Well, that, and I do that wearing a crash helmet and my whitey tighties. You forgot that part, Tab. Well, thank you. I appreciate all the subscriptions. It's great. I have to use the bolts and the nuts that you could turn either direction. You seen those? They're like milled funny and stuff, just so I don't cross-thread nothing. Come on now. Is it really that close? I figured we still had 2 weeks. "2 weeks to gold fever, gold rush. No Frank challenge." They just wanted to make sure that they were going to be doing a season during my birthday. So that way I'd have to do like some crazy stream or something, you know. 11 days. Okay, so just under 2 weeks. That's what I was thinking, the 6th. Burn out that accelerate guy. Right? Do a million. I'm surprised he's going to run this next season. I would take a season off. No. I think he said what he's going to do is the no Frank challenge, but he's only going to put up a seasonal total. That's right. Only one. As soon as you get done with that season, you want to put up another seasonal, you're going to have to restart. Start with a new season. Not a problem. Berlin full, you do what you got to do. Take care of the doggos. Last season, Billy Bob, there was a guy in the Discord that was arguing with everybody, saying that the only way to put up a seasonal score in leaderboards is your first season. As soon as you get to the hotel to sleep, that ends your season. You have to restart a new game in order to do another seasonal run. I think Tab put him in timeout and he never came back. Sad, really. Right? If only that worked with that, the Army Iraqi, that dude and whatever, Hydra or whatever. If only timing them out worked, made them go away, you know. Yeah, but I don't think a lot of people followed what was going on, Tab. I mean, I knew what you were doing and the fact that they were doing what they were doing, but in the end, I mean, the moderators are there to moderate. He is trying to start some kind of revolution, or a couple of them are, but you gotta nip it before it gets too bad. So, I stand with you. Yeah, you got real life stuff to deal with. It's not like you just get paid to be a moderator. Right, Billy Bob? Yeah. I mean, they just constantly belittling, putting down the devs. Basically, the devs need to drop everything they're doing and fix the consoles and pretty much put everything else on the back burner until the consoles are fixed. You know, that kind of thing. Welcome back on the YouTube side. I asked Dark Totaled earlier. Well, Billy Bob, that's what I tried to explain to the Iraq vet guy that was complaining about it. And I said, you know, demanding that it be fixed like now, I don't know anything about coding. It takes time. And it's like pretty much telling a doctor they have to find a cure for cancer, you know. It's going to be a while, so, you know, like, just play a different game until they fix it. And then, yeah, if you were paid... Yeah, the old mods didn't deal with that kind of stuff. Say what? Lyle! Hey, Lyle! Wake up! Something like that. Anyways, I was asking earlier if anybody knew if the mini wash plant has been updated or rebalanced yet. And I think Dark Totaled said it was done last week in the update, but I don't know. You're welcome. You don't have to worry about doing any kind of bits either. You don't have to do that. I kind of figured, but I wasn't sure if maybe it was the dog's name, you know. Well, yeah, you've started to fall asleep. I mean, the game is real chill, it's relaxed, you're out on the ocean. And it's like 12:30. Stranzor, Are you like downloading this game on like dial-up? He actually signed up to YouTube just to subscribe to me, huh? Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stranger's using a potato. I mean, it's potato-powered PC. It's going places. It's eco-friendly. Yeah, I haven't been on to check either. But I'm going to find out like the last week before leaderboard starts. McDonald's Wi-Fi, there's your problem. Potato computer. PC. The Potato Center. It's a potato computer. He's got that potato chip instead of a microchip. Yeah, it sucks when the internet's a little slow. I mean, you said AU, is that Aussie land? Potato chip. I'm not sure what claim we're going to start on this time. I'm still really dreading starting at Rivertown, so we'll see. That's what I was thinking. Average day in Aussie land. No interwebs. Gotta fight off a kangaroo to go start the generator to power the PC. Well, I'm glad you were hanging out here too, Boolinful. I believe the chat makes the stream just as much as the streamer does. I figured you were running on weird time now, Tab. Like, I noticed that you're up when you should be sleeping in Canadian times. There's been fixes done. Tested, okay. I get it. That boss fight is a kangaroo. Need to upgrade to that Burger King internet so that way you can have it your way. I used to work overnights at the Lowe's. I used to be a loader unloader guy, you know, stalking people at night. Now stalking the store in Lowe's at night. So overnights weren't terrible, just summertime sucks because it's sunny all the time and it's hot and trying to sleep is terrible. Yeah, we got some snow. Nice and calm, but some snow. I kind of want to see what it's like in like December in this game and see if there's ice packs and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. to stock, two different departments. When I was working at Lowe's, I was stocking tools, hardware, and plumbing usually would be the three different areas that I would have to do. Every once in a while I'll do the flooring, home and garden type stuff, so weed eaters, lawnmowers, barbecue grills. Some dude just randomly came up next to your yard and started boxing a kangaroo, and then he ended up having surgery. That's freaking crazy, stranger. Aw, Boolin full. 500 more biddies. Didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. Yeah, you didn't have to do that. I didn't mind yelling at your husband. Yeah, I don't doubt that he got his ass kicked by a kangaroo. I mean, them things are mean. Some of them I've seen, they look jacked. Well, Boolin full, since you're... Then yell at him again, wake him up again. He's still trying to sleep. Well, you know, I want to keep him on the good side for now. Billy Bob dropping all the things there. I was going to say, if you click on the little coin thingies and whatnots, you can do sound alerts. It's next to the chat or whatever. Still be on the good side. Play some sounds like diggy diggy hole or whatnot. There you go. See, Billy Bob done did the thing. I haven't figured out what I'm doing yet. This is my first YouTube stream, so eventually I'd like to add something like that on the YouTube side so you guys can play sounds as well. Right now, Twitch has all the fun stuff.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee. Oh, I love it. Oh, that thing that's going off like crazy when I'm playing the gold mining simulator. That's a favorite.
I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me.
And there we go. Let's see. Boolin. Alright. Let me see. I gotta say something kind of loud to wake up Lyle, so I don't know. Hey Lyle, don't make me get the hose. Might be a little too loud, you know. We got the frying pan in the chat.
Fuck off.
Dan's personal favorite. Fuck off. Thinking about getting a few new sounds added, so I'm up for suggestions. Tab suggested we'd throw in somebody yelling shark just for this game. Screamer. You like adding stuff that's going to make me jump. Scare the hell out of me, you know. Pitch black ocean cruising along and just some scream in the middle of it. Right? Explosion sound. Hey, I got water. I don't need hoses. I'll just throw your ass overboard. The shark. Dun, 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 dun. Iceberg dead ahead. Yeah, those are some good ones. Great ones. I figured Boolin could have one. Boolin's been going crazy. Doing all these biddy drops, so I mean, I think that she's done paid for a sound at least. Wilhelm scream. I'll have to upgrade to the fire boat just so that way I have the hose on the front. That'll do it. Alright, what you got? Mario's screaming. Don't make me get the hose. That's the best. I'm glad you liked it. Get the beginning of Bohemian Rhapsody. I can see if there's one like that. I don't know. Might have to make a custom one. This is real life. Don't make me get the hose. I mean, I'm surprised nobody dropped the Lonely Island I'm on a boat with T-Pain. Titanic theme. My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. Pretty sure that Celine Dion might get a little mad if I use that. Sleeping Sun. I don't know that one. The song from Step Brothers with the boats. Oh man, I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to look that up. Floating Sandbox, okay. Might have to look that one up as well. You know, not really. I'm up for it. It's not gonna upset me too much. I don't think it'd upset Twitch that much either, so. See, you could probably find like the South Park version or something like that with Cartman singing I'm Sailing Away. Let's see, Boats and Hose, Step Brothers. I'm sure I could find that. I mean, there's music videos and stuff, so I'll try to find a clip of that and use it too. Yeah, we'll switch something out, throw it in there. I gotta figure out which one I'm gonna get rid of though. Some of the sounds people like, some of them they don't. I gotta keep my Hello Digger, and Frying Pan doesn't get much use, and Bailiff Whack His Peepee doesn't get used very much. Just thought of another one I might try to throw on there. Good old Sesame Street. Rubber Ducky. Right? Might have to name the boat. I gotta use it for a little while longer. rubber duck. Right, so many possibilities. Like, they have all kinds of sounds and stuff in the little sound alert thingy that I use. So, but yeah, I'm just giving you free reign. You and your husbando can figure out what you want to add and let me know. If there's a sound alert, some kind of sound bite, a clip. I'm all for it. Hoping at some point we can paint these boats, because they have like the paint inside of the dry dock area. Yeah. I'll see if I can find one. I'm sure somebody said it, and if not, I'll figure out a way to record it and get it on there. Yep, I think it's going to be on there. I don't know if it'll have the whole clip or not, but apparently where I got that was from the movie Mrs. Doubtfire. So yeah, I'll get it on there. That's the least I could do for the love that you guys have shown me, you know, with the bits. I really do appreciate it. Rasher wife, she woke up to take the dogs out, and I told her about it, and she's very gracious as well. Told me to tell y'all thank you. Well, it's my job to try to entertain. But as I said before, the chat makes it just as entertaining, so. And since I'm a professional amateur streamer, still new at this, working on it. I'm just glad that I figured out how to do streaming on YouTube at the same time. I did a thing. Oh no. No, no, no. Unfortunately. Probably sitting at what? About a half hour or so. So now we just cruise. What joke? The joke? Don't make me turn this boat around. Right, Dad. Quit touching your sister. Don't even look at her. Look outside. I swear to God, if I have to stop this boat. I will sell you to China and you will make shoes for the rest of your life. Got nothing to do. Your client canceled. Touching me. No chicken nuggets. That's right. They got no chicken nuggets there. You will eat rice and you will like it. If you're lucky, you might get Garfield. Well, that's a good thing, though. That's definitely a good thing. Did you finally let your poor husband sleep? Yeah, I just remembered something that yeah, bitch. Well, the thing is, like, you paid for me to say the I'll wake up, you know. You can always go back and clip that and use it on Twitch, or you could clip it and use it on YouTube. Save it and use it as a ringtone or an alarm. The delay. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up. Oh. Sounds like he's wore out. Made him do too much of the yard work and the chores, and it's the weekend. Time to rest. Well, there you go. Photographer. That's a good deal. New family photos. Thomas Baldwin, how's it going? Ooh, diesel mechanic. You know, I got started working on heavy equipment, working at a construction company, basically. Starting out as just a helper, basically. You know, the gopher, go get this tool, go get this part, all that kind of stuff. And yeah. I tell you what, though, diesel mechanics, they're a different breed. Very tough. You learn to live with the fact that you're never going to get rid of the oil from under your fingernails ever. There you go. Yeah, see? As long as you love it, then it's not like a job, you know? So, at work, that sucks. No, it's good that you're doing great, though. You're on break, you're just listening, hanging out. Driving a concrete truck. Yeah. Okay, so you've been hanging out in the official Discord. Gamer tag. Thopper? Oh, you're a train conductor. Okay. Conducting trains. That's kind of cool. I mean, it is cool. Like, I used to play a game called Railroads Online, so... Let me stop waiting for maintenance. Some days. See, I played Railroads Online a while ago, and then I guess there was some kind of infighting, and the devs split up, or the dev team, and the guy is like by himself now, and won't listen to criticism. I haven't played it since everything went down, because I did like an update or something, and like redid the splines or something like that. There's even new maps to it, but I haven't played them yet. It's Railroads Online. Booleanful. Basically, it's kind of like this boat game. You start with like this little tiny train, and you work your way up, buying bigger and bigger engines and different kinds of cars, and you work your way from basically like doing lumber. So you'll build railroad tracks off into the woods, cutting down trees from the lumber mill all the way up to the log camp, and then you pretty much run your train doing that till you get enough money to move on to the next thing. Nope, Thomas, I'm in the roster, doing deliveries. But there's different kinds of industries in Railroads Online. Like I said, you got the lumber mill connected to the lumber camp, and then you can go from the lumber mill to the ore processing factory, basically. So then you go all the way up to like the coal mines to give more, and the iron ore mines, and connect everything. There's an oil refinery in there that you can haul stuff to, and I think there's even cattle. But yeah, Railroads Online. It used to be an interesting game. I had to map the controller completely because they don't have any controller support for it. But yeah, I'm going for the Dr. Phil next. Yeah, trains, boats, and planes. I haven't played Flight Simulator, although that would be kind of fun. Question. Go. Yeah, I saw something about the medium cargo missions not working right. So when I go to that, I'm either going to haul a crap ton of small cargo, or I might invest in the fish farms. It doesn't sound like a question. Do I prefer boat or train sim? Just in general? I mean, Railroads Online was a lot of fun. That was like my only experience with a train simulator. But, like, when it comes to the boats, so far with this game, I enjoy the grind that it has and everything like that. The thing that kind of, like Railroads Online, I lean towards it a little bit more, is because I have the ability to like change the landscape, mold it to what I want in a way, you know, cutting trees out of the way, building my own rail lines, putting in the grades, all that kind of stuff. I guess it has more customizability to it, so I feel like I'm doing more in that game than just driving back and forth. Thomas said, so the fish farms are broke too. Well, I was reading in the Discord that the fish farms will actually, like, they're broken as in they're going to give you a crap ton of money. One guy in there apparently figured out how to get it to work and said he's got like 68 million from doing it. So I was going to give it a shot, see what happens. The train, like I said, in general, if not specific, trains and boats, I don't know. I guess it depends on the train game. If it was all the rails are already set up and all I'm doing is driving a train, I would have to go with boats, because the train game, you know, you kind of just set it and forget it, because you're on the tracks. You don't have to try to correct or watch out for islands. I guess it's just set a speed, and then as long as you don't excel past that set speed, you'd be fine. Let me see. I'm cheating. See, he's cheating. Yep. You haven't caught me yet, though, Tab. One of these days. I took a screenshot of what he said earlier. Go into my screenshots here. Okay, so the guy said, buy fish farm, buy Dr. Phil, buy the small smolt tank, buy 2 bags of food, sail to your own farm, click on E on the computer at your fish farm. I'm assuming you probably want to fill the smolt tank, so you're going to want to go to the fishery or whatever. Wherever you can fill the smolt tank. I don't know if it's the fishery or if it's the shop, but yeah. Yeah, that's for this game. Tab. Unless you guys GMS added something like that. That'd be great. Making some coffee. Let me see here. Am I gonna do multiplayer? If I find somebody that has the game that I stream around or have streamed, or somebody I talk to, I might mess with it a little bit. Yeah, that all seems pretty normal. Pretty much. I mean, that's what he said. He just said, yeah, 2 bags of food, sail there, do the thing. And he said he's already sitting at 68 million. So, which that means they're probably going to nerf it in some way. And then back up here, balloon full. My favorite game right now, not accounting for the gold mining sim or other games, like competitive thing, my favorite game right now. It's a good question, because like I enjoy a lot of the games that I play. I have like favorite games of all time. Like I have that list down, like games that I'll go back and play again and again because I enjoy the story or enjoy the gameplay. But if I were to pick like my right now game that I enjoy the most, last 2 years. What game do you get excited about? Okay. I mean, this one was one of my favorites that I was watching for some time, a couple months prior to its release. And this was one that I was excited for. I'm looking at games that were released. I don't know. Like, I love Forza Horizon games. I excel at those games, like the racing part. And I like doing a lot of livery designs. and then just designs in general for vinyls. So I guess that would be my most anticipated, like, favorite games that drop every couple years. It's going to be Forza Horizon. Yeah, I'd like to try multiplayer at some point. I know it was really buggy, really bad. I watched a couple of other streamers that were having problems with disconnection issues, lag, things like that. There's no skipping time if that's the case, so if you set out long lines and you need to skip 12 hours, well, guess what? You're stuck for 12 hours. Unfollow button, not allowed. You're stuck with me now, tab. Favorite games over those periods? I mean, let's see. I don't buy a lot of games. It's kind of crazy. I've noticed that there's, not really a lot of docks or anything for the big boats. I'll get back to that question about favorite game over 5, 10, 15 years. But Gran Turismo. Don't be a PlayStation guy. Come on now. Xbox is superior. Yeah, I've noticed that the docking thing, like, there's no real big spots yet. So the only thing I can think of is, like, the boats aren't going to be ginormous. Like they were talking like giant cargo ships or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, the Forza games, that's basically the ones that I always looked forward to. I played Starfield when it came out. I got Hogwarts Legacy, but I've only played like to the point where you get to the school, and that's about it. I think I got to the point where I got the wand, but haven't played any more than that. Hey Ty, how's it going? I play on Xbox, but right now I'm on PC. Going back, like, favorite games, Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Those were some of my favorites. I liked The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I didn't like Skyrim that much. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy has a lot of potential. A lot of things could be done. It would be an amazing, like, multiplayer game. If you had the ability to add, like, Quidditch and stuff like that, I think. So, I mean, I don't know much about the Harry Potter lore. I never really followed any of that, so, yeah. I agree, Thomas. I think this is their first build, almost like a beta test for everybody. We're testing it, and then they'll advance the next version, and we'll get better and bigger things. So, thank you, Ty. Oh, look at that, balloon full again. You're too great. Too great. You know, PS3, let's see, PS2 was like the last PlayStation I really enjoyed games on, and that was like Kingdom Hearts, I think. And of course, Tony Hawk, Pro Skater stuff. But PS3, I never really got into it. I went to Xbox, you know, Nintendo 64. I had a couple games on there I liked. I mean, everybody did, so. Yeah, I mean, you could stream it there. I figured out how to do the dual streaming on there right now. I'm on Twitch and I'm on YouTube, so I'm giving it a test run today. See how it goes, and then I'll be ready for then. Nintendo 64 games. Now, that game was funny. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Like, there's so many innuendos and adult themes in that game. The Sims 4 and all the different updates. It's like a $1,000 game to get all the freaking DLC for that game. MMORPGs. It's a great game. Back on the Nintendo 64. Naughty Bear, that was a funny one. I guess anticipated games and stuff like that. I used to be a huge player of Diablo 2 back in the day on the PC. So Diablo 3, I played a lot of it. And then Diablo 4 was meh. So this game, Ty, basically it's a boat game. You just drive a boat and do missions and stuff like that. You could do fishing. There's fish farms, so that way you could actually farm fish. I'm doing deliveries, so I take packages and things from different cities and towns. And go all the way across the map to different places to deliver them. But you also have other boats like firefighting boats and later leisure boats, so that way you can take people to go watch the whales, stuff like that. It's kind of like a little grindy game, work your way up. But we're just ships at sea. Exactly, ATS in the water. That's very well put. Never play 4, D3, I said, done, love D2, yeah. I've had people tell me that D4 was really good, but I played the beta, and they did a bunch of stuff, and it was terrible, so. Let's see, so close to being finished. You can start with cargo or fishing. I mean, as long as you're using the rowboat. Boats at sea. Yeah, but ships at sea sounds better. Thanks for the lurk there, Ty. Enjoy your supper. But, yeah. If you do a couple of those missions, the little rowboat ones, I mean, even if you bought this boat for like $44,000 or whatever it is, do those missions that are close by, and then save up to get the 100 grand and buy the fishing boat, which is the flippy. Then you can do long lines and do fishing and don't have to do any more deliveries. Which, I mean, you could probably save up 100 grand in about half an hour, something like that. Wouldn't take long. Thopper. That's Thomas. I'm hoping that with different seasons that we see ice on top. That would be really, really awesome. You know, having to navigate around ice packs and not bust your boat up. But I don't know if they went that far with the weather and ice in the game, but yeah. Buoyancy again, just handing out subs to everybody. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm going to mess around with putting the fires out and stuff like that, but I mean, do I want to do that one before I get the fish farm, or do I want to get the fish farm? That way I have money coming in to play with the other stuff, you know? So, decisions. 90%, almost there, so close. Well, I know they have the boats in the game, but I didn't know that if they had the missions or not. Because it seems like they still don't have all the skills unlocked. Like this says, available in early access, but we're in early access and I don't see the skills. Are you talking about the rowboat or this one? This one's like 13, and then it's 14.5 for the Dr. Phil. Add a raft, just a square of sticks. Oh, the smaller service boat. Huh. Well, if you get on the Discord, you can go to the suggestion page and say, hey, we need to add, like, a raft. You did. Well, Balloonful, I very, very much appreciate you hanging out for more than 10 minutes. I'm glad that you've been entertained, maybe got your money's worth. You flipped and capsized a small service boat. Is that what this thing is? The roster, whatever it is? Roaster? Is that the service boat you're talking about? Because, like, this is the first boat you buy for, like, $50K. Well, you got lucky. Got warned for using caps. I owe you so much more. Gotta keep streaming. Well, maybe not tonight. I mean, it's like getting late here. But I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Which I guess is now later today, not tomorrow. Holy crap, time's just a-going. A flat bottom barge. Oh yeah. No, I'm not going nowhere. If you follow me on the Discord, typically got questions or anything, you can pop in there and be like, hey, why no stream today? Or if I'm not streaming, I'll put in there, hey, not feeling it today, something came up, whatever happened, you know, I keep you up to date. Yeah, there you go. All the commands. The fixer. Ooh, okay. So that's up there a little bit. Because like this thing, I drove into a rock and sank and lost everything. It was the last time I was coming back from wherever we are. Vaeroy or whatever it's pronounced. Yeah. He should be on tomorrow. I think he'll be streaming a little bit more tomorrow. He was streaming with Indy and myself. We did some car mechanic simulator. He loves the front end loader. I mean, the damage in this is crazy sensitive. Like, you just brush the dock and you'll see the bars start going down like crazy. And then when the waves get choppy and it tosses you over, it gets pretty stupid. Like, I went to go deliver something, and I stopped at the dock, and then I went to take off from the dock, and the wave pushed me into the dock and knocked out like half the health. And you'll notice as your health bar goes down, the speed of your boat goes down. So if you're already going super slow, it's going to take you forever to get back to a place that you can fix your boat. Man, I freaking... Yeah, it was crazy getting the hang of this thing. I haven't touched any of the skills yet, just because I wanted to see them get unlocked, so... ride the rowboat into the storm. Definitely first upgrade you should do on this thing when you have the money is at least get the propeller and throttle. That way you can kind of control this thing better. Right, I was looking at that. Woo! Welcome to the Discord. %, so close. I mean, that's better than nothing, right? 30%. I was gonna get the fuel economy thing, but that's not bad. But yeah, you see I just tapped it and I've gone down like a bar. So I can post a link to it in just a moment, as soon as I park this boat. There we go. Alright. We made it back. I got my license upgrade. Heck yeah. Okay. Doesn't want it there. Where do you want your cargo? Of course. Okay. Let's see here. Journey was wild, yeah. It was a long journey. But yeah, the repair thing, it seems like a good skill. Yeah, I'll look at my skills after we're done here. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, having an active chat definitely helps, you know. Okay, let's look at the skills real quick. Save my game. Okay. But yeah, there's like a bunch of them that aren't unlocked yet, so Of course you did. Boolinful, you were amazing. Like, you definitely liven things up, and I appreciate you and your hubby for hanging out, coming in. So you have like the basic engineer all the way unlocked. So that's 6 points. $99%. Medic. Let's see. Was that there? Basic medic. I think that the medic stuff, it's kind of like the other games. So the other games, you hire crew members to work on your boats because your boats get bigger, and you're going to need people to help you pull in the long lines or drive the boat or do the gutting and the storage and all that kind of stuff. So they can get hurt. You think? I hope not. I don't want to have my character do that. Apparently you can get fines, though, is what it looks like. Back in general, like friends in high places, apparently you can get tickets, get in trouble. Death is imminent. Yeah. Olaf. Yeah, the service boats, I think, would need more crew. Missing downloaded files? I don't know, where did you do? Let me see, we're here, we did the thing. I need to get into my Discord so I can give that link over. Okay, so I've got Stranzer. I just dropped the link to the Discord into the YouTube for you. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, I'm getting ready to wrap up the stream now. It's late. I wanted to do the go there and back. We did awesome. Get a few hours of sleep, get up and do some more streaming, you know. So... well, thanks for hanging out, Boolin. I appreciated you guys being here. Insight on the game. Yeah, I'll share anything I can with any of the games that I have or that I play and that I know something about, you know. So, no problem. I appreciate it. So, let's see. I'll still be at work. Yeah, you're kind of stuck. It's not like you can just go home. Ricka, you're still here. Bye, Ricka. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Good night to you. Good night, Lyle. Sleep well, Lyle. Let me see how many people I got here. Let's see about doing a raid, you know. Maybe find somebody else that's playing this. That's probably why people are here. Of course. If I see you in the Discord, I'll hit you up over there. Let's see. But you still won't share how to get to Sesame Street. No. The only thing I will say on how to get to Sesame Street is you have to take Electric Avenue to get there. So you gotta rock down to Electric Avenue. And then you'll take it higher. Poor guy. It's almost 2 a.m. You guys need to go to sleep. You love my streams? Well, I appreciate you being here, Rika. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was gonna do a raid, man. A raid. Yeah, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. The Sleep Talk episodes. Yeah, go ahead, share it on the Discord. We'll get a kick out of that. Well, I mean, it's only 12:45 for me right now, but, you know. Well, yeah, that's what everybody should do. Like, you don't want sharks putting glitter in the the snowmobiles. I want the glitter handlebars. Come on now. Let's see. Not really anybody on that I want to raid because I don't know anybody, and yeah, I don't want to send you guys to somebody that's going to be a complete weird person. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. We're just gonna go to sleep. Everybody relax. So thank you, Buoyancy. I appreciate you with all the donations and getting everybody the subs. That was amazing. I appreciate you. So you have a good night. Sleep well. Everybody else is here. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. This was my first dual stream. It was a lot of fun. We'll have to do it again sometime, like in a couple hours-ish. So, aww. Thank you, Buoyancy. So with that, everybody, we're going to wrap it up. And we'll catch you guys later. So, good night. Or good day. Goodbye.